everyone, Prestissima here. Today, we're going to learn a little bit more about rhythm. We're going to learn about rests. Music has a beat, and the notes of a song are played in various rhythms to the beat of the song. Songs also often have periods of silence, where there may be breaks in the singing or even the whole piece. These periods of silence can be short or long, but the music itself doesn't stop. Even when there's silence in the music, the beat goes on. We call these musical moments of silence rests. Now, composers use music notation to show us what notes or pitches to sing or play, and they use rhythm notation to show us what rhythms to play with those pitches, and they use rests to show us what rhythms of silences to play. Now we place notes on the staff to tell us the pitches. We use the shape of the notes to tell us the rhythms. We also use the shape of the rests to tell us their rhythms. The rests have the same values and durations as the notes do. We have a whole note, a half note, a quarter note, and an eighth note. So guess what? We also have a whole rest, a half rest, a quarter rest, and an eighth rest. Each type of note and rest receives a certain number of beats. When the bottom number of the time signature says 4, that means that the quarter note gets 1 beat. So a whole note would receive 4 beats. Also, a whole rest would receive 4 beats. A half note receives 2 beats, and a half rest also receives 2 beats. A quarter note receives 1 beat, and a quarter rest also receives 1 beat. An eighth note receives half a beat, so an eighth rest also receives half a beat. The difference is that a note is making a sound where the rest is silent. They both take up the same number of beats. Let's do some math. If the time signature is 4, 4, meaning there are 4 beats per measure and the quarter note gets 1 beat, this means there can be 4 quarter notes in one measure. Or there could be 3 quarter notes and 1 quarter rest. So, would 1 half note plus 1 quarter note plus 1 quarter rest equal 4 beats? Yes, because the half note gets 2 beats, and then the quarter note gets 1 beat, and the quarter rest gets 1 beat. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, if the time signature is 2, 4, that means there's 2 beats per measure, and the quarter note gets a beat. That means there can be 2 quarter notes in one measure. Or there could be 1 quarter note and 1 quarter rest in one measure. Could there be a half rest in one measure? Yes, because a half rest would get 2 beats. Okay, here are a few more questions. How many eighth rests are equal to 1 quarter note? 2, because an eighth rest gets half of a beat, and so 2 would equal 1 beat, right? And a quarter note gets 1 beat. So it would take 2 eighth rests to equal 1 quarter note. How many quarter rests are equal to a whole rest? 4, because there are 4 beats per whole rest, and so 4 quarter rests, 1, 2, 3, 4, would equal a whole rest. How many eighth rests would be equal to a half rest? It's 4. So in a half rest, we have 2 beats, right? So if you have an eighth rest, that's only half of a beat. So it takes 2 eighth rests to be 1 quarter rest. And now you got to have 2 quarter rests to equal the half rest, right? So it's 4 eighth rests. In our next song, Pop Goes the Weasel, we're going to practice using notes and rests. So keep practicing all your songs, sing while you play, and memorize everything. Prestissima out!